Once we get them onto Weichert.com, we've added a lot of content, a lot of different things like different types of web forms to engage that customer, to make sure that customer contacts us. And then what we really did that was special was we built a state-of-the-art contact center. The reason we do so is because we can handle emails, web chats, and even web forms, which you'll see on Weichert.com. Behind me you'll see the rest of the call center. This is one of 2 call centers. Our secondary center is located in Aberdeen, New Jersey. We have a total of over 35 agents working here.
We're overstaffed, so we don't abandon calls. We don't want to lose calls as customers are calling in, right? Our goal is to have less than 1% of our calls abandoned, where the industry average may run between 5 and 10% of abandoned calls in a call center.
The board behind us shows us what's going on in the call center, what the employees are working on at the time with inbound and outbound calls. In addition to inbound calls, we are proactive, and we do make outbound calls to inquiries that do come in through the internet, through web forms. We're also following up 2 days after we send out a lead to an agent to make sure that they are getting the service that they deserve. If a client's not immediately ready to purchase, we can schedule a call back for either a week, month, or even a year out.
Now this was a multi-million dollar investment, and it literally lets us talk to the customer in many ways. This contact center can handle emails, it can handle voicemails, inbound, outbound telemarketing calls, even web chat.
What we're finding with the internet and the internet consumers is their demand for immediate response, or they're gone.
Now we drive customers to Weichert.com, then the customer fills out a web form.
Almost immediately, a web inquiry posts to an available inside sales consultant.
With this information, our automated rules engine will determine which sales associate is best suited to work with the customer. To produce its result, it mostly uses a round-robin fashion. It also takes into account various associate statistics, like conversion percentage, contact percentage, and how often an associate updates their leads.
The customers ask many questions. Are you working with a Weichert associate? Have you been pre-approved for a mortgage? Will you be selling your current home?
The inside sales consultant tries to gather as much contact information as possible. This includes email addresses, multiple phone numbers, and all of this information is passed on to the associate in the field.
We have a system that we built called the auto dialer. So we gather the areas of interest. Then at this time, as we're gathering more information from the customer, the auto dialer's in the background making calls.
3 out of 4 people now go to the internet first, and heretofore they never had the opportunity of really meeting firsthand a real estate company. Now with the Lead Network, they can not only see one of the largest inventories throughout the United States, but almost within seconds be in touch with a qualified, competent sales associate. To be able to offer this on a nationwide basis is something that is outstanding for us as we expand our franchise network.
It's exciting from my perspective, because real estate has been one of the hottest industries in the last several years, but to be able to bring technology into that is just fantastic. And we're basically, our job is to bring this industry up to the cutting edge, and that's what we're doing here at Weichert Lead Network.
The Weichert Lead Network portal is really the third piece of our IT technology platform that allows us to really do many things. Number one, it lets the agent have a contact management center. So every lead that we send to the agent is instantly put into this agent's portal. They're then able to look at the lead. They get to see all the information that was collected in the call center, which houses the person was looking at, which areas the person was looking at, anything that the person saved on their website, for instance, if they had saved particular searches. So it gives all the information on the customer, so it's truly a customer relationship management tool. They also can add notes or see the notes that the people in the call center actually added.
And you're supposed to update it every week, and the value in that is sometimes it's easy to lose track if you're a busy agent of people who maybe you haven't seen in a couple of days or talked to in a couple of days, and by updating them that week you make sure you're reminded about them and it reminds you to call them.
We're then taking that to the 4th step, which is called lead incubation or customer incubation. So what we have to do is incubate those leads in order to make sure that those customers do end up closing with a Weichert agent. We do this through various things. We use different marketing campaigns, multi-stage, multi-channel campaigns, which means direct mail pieces, possibly an outbound call, all of which we use to keep in touch with the customer. So when that customer is ready to buy, that customer will come aboard and use Weichert as an agent. One of the most critical components and where we've invested literally millions of dollars is in our reporting infrastructure. Behind me you can see one is strictly an IT report, which is showing our database usage and sets off different alarms. We're very big on triggering different alarms. For instance, you may hear while you're here a bell going off if there's calls in queue in the call center.
Obviously, besides servers, we also have a tremendous amount of telemarketing equipment. You can see here, and this switch here actually is the piece and the components that run our call center. So it's an incredible investment in technology to get the Weichert lead network to be able to respond to the customer so quickly. No other lead generation company in the industry can immediately engage with the customer. This is a system that will lead the industry for years to come.